right, so we're gonna shape our boule. That's our round loaf of bread. The first thing you do, you get your proofing basket ready and get your liner on there. And then you'll wanna put either some rice flour or almond flour in there to keep it from sticking. So any non-glutinous flour. That's why we use the rice or the almond flour. And then I've got some all-purpose flour that we're gonna use to put on our countertop here. Okay, and then I like to get my hands wet. And I like to get a little flour on them as well, so that we're not gonna stick to the bread. And then you're just gonna turn your bread out on the counter. Sometimes I have to shake it a little bit. You can use a bowl scraper as well. Usually it falls right out. Today it's not cooperating. All right. And then I dust it with a little bit of flour. And then we're gonna just kind of flatten this out, but you wanna be really gentle so as to not degas it since it's been proofing all afternoon. And I shape it kind of into like a little star shape, if you will. So we're gonna just imagine a star. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as we were gonna draw the star. And I take point 1 and I fold it over. And you just very gently kind of seal that together. Now remember, this was point 1, point 2 was over here. I like to get rid of the larger bubbles there. And bring point 2 over. And then remember our star, 1, 2, I go through 3 here. So that's the third point that's gonna come up. And we just seal this very gently because you just don't wanna degas it too much, okay? I get rid of the super huge bubbles, but we don't wanna get rid of the others. And then point 4 is just gonna come back this way. And then bring point 5 on up over the top. And again, you're gonna just gently seal it. And this one particular loaf has some white chocolate and some cranberries in there. So if they fall out, I just tuck them in anywhere, because once the bread bakes, it's not gonna matter or know that it fell out and that we put it back in there. All right, and then we're gonna flip our whole bowl over, and I'm gonna kind of just straighten out the flour. Look, oh, another escaped white chocolate. All right, and then you just kind of start turning it. And you're gonna slide, you're basically taking it down and around to tighten that, okay? This is a real high hydration loaf, so the tighter we get it, when we go to score it, the better it's gonna maintain its shape and not deflate. So we just keep going around till we get a real nice tight, there's a giant bubble there, so I do pop the giant bubbles. And then we're gonna very carefully tip it over into our proofing basket. And then you're gonna make sure that it's fully sealed there on the bottom. And then I just cover this. You could cover it with a plastic wrap, or you can get disposable shower caps. Those work great because they're elasticized. You can go right over the bread. I often will just use parchment paper and then wrap it in a tea towel. And then we let it rest for about 20 minutes on the counter. And then we head it to the refrigerator for our cold ferment. And I'm gonna put just a little bit of flour on the top here so that it doesn't stick to the plastic that we put on the top. And that's how we shape our boule.